Hi, I'm Marc Technical Product Manager here at Squid Ink for Small Character Technologies. Thank you for joining us today. This video we're going to discuss how to physically realign the ink stream on your JetStream printer. All right, you might be wondering why would we be realigning the ink stream on our JetStream printer? Typically a scenario in which we might be doing this is maybe we're having some print quality issues. So maybe part of our text is being completely cut off. We're missing a portion of it altogether. Oftentimes that can be a symptom of the stream just not going into the gutter where we would expect it to. So some of our droplets aren't quite making it out and deflecting out onto your product. So we're going to take a look at how to physically adjust that on the printer. One thing I will point out right away is before you ever make a physical adjustment to the alignment of your inkjet, make sure you run our back flush procedure first. So if you've not watched our back flushing the nozzle of a JetStream printer video, make sure you watch that and go through that process first before you ever physically realign the jet on this system. The reason being is if we do have a misalignment or if our inkjet is out of alignment due to debris, which the back flush video covers, if we physically realign it and then that debris moves, we're actually going to be in even worse shape than we were before. So again, I can't stress enough, make sure to follow that back flush procedure before you ever get to this point. All right, if you want to try to visually verify that your ink stream alignment is correct or isn't correct, there's a couple of really easy tricks. Again, the alignment that we're looking for is what we call 3 o'clock position. That's if you're looking at it from the back of the head, sighting down the gutter tube, that stream should be vertically centered but cheated off to the right. If you want to make sure that that's correct, there's 2 different ways you can look at this. One is, if you look at it from the side, it's good to have a white background or a light background. If you look from the side, you'll see our little black inkjet down here going into the gutter. And again, when we're looking at it from the side, we're actually looking at the vertical alignment, if you will. That should be centered vertically. If we want to look at the horizontal alignment, an easy trick is just take a small piece of white paper and carefully slide it underneath the jet. So right between the gutter and these 2 deflection plates, you can fit a piece of paper in there and you'll be able to see that stream of ink. And from this perspective, we want the jet to be cheating off to the right side. Okay, in order to do an adjustment on the alignment of your inkjet and the print head, the system does need to be jetting first, okay? And then you're going to need to have the print head out of the sleeve and either in a holder, or you can even do this just with your other hand. You can hold the print head and then make your adjustments. All we need, as far as tools are concerned, to make any adjustments to our ink stream alignment is a 2mm Allen wrench. That's all you have to have. All right, there's really only 2 adjustments on the print head as far as the inkjet alignment is concerned. There's a vertical adjustment that'll move our stream up and down, and a horizontal adjustment that'll move it, essentially left and right. So we're going to take a look at the hardware that we work with in order to make those adjustments. Okay, so we're going to look at the vertical alignment first. There's only 2 pieces of hardware that we work with for either of the alignments. So for the vertical, here's our set screw right here. All you need to do is loosen this up a little bit, and that will allow us to make an adjustment. To make the actual adjustment, we have an eccentric wheel right here. And what we'll do is, if you need to move your stream down a little bit, you would just turn this clockwise. If you need to move it up, you would turn it counterclockwise. These are very, very fine adjustments. It does not take much. We're talking maybe a 1/16 of a turn at most. So you don't want to go cranking on this. Again, it's very fine adjustment. So once you've made your adjustment, make sure you lock your set screw back in place. And we'll try to get a little bit more of a close-up here on how that impacts our alignment. But that's all you have to do. So if your stream or your inkjet is not vertically aligned correctly, all you do again is loosen the set screw and adjust the eccentric, tighten it back down. Simple as that. Okay, so we're going to adjust the vertical alignment of our inkjet. So you should be able to see our jet. It looks like a black hair almost, a real fine hair here. We're looking at it from the side, and we're going to be moving it up and down. Again, this is our vertical adjustment. So I'm going to loosen our vertical set screw, and if I turn the eccentric to the right, you should see the stream go down. If I turn it counterclockwise, you should see the stream go up, and I'm just going to get it lined up in the middle. And we're going to tighten our set screw back down, and that's it. Okay, if we need to make a horizontal adjustment to our alignment, basically identical hardware to our vertical, just in a different location. So our set screw for horizontal is right here. Again, all you do is loosen that up a little bit, and then our eccentric wheel is right here. Okay. Counterclockwise will actually move the stream to the right. If you're looking at the print head from the front, clockwise will move it to the left. Again, these are very fine adjustments. It doesn't take much. Again, maybe a 1/16 of a rotation at most. So again, don't go cranking on this. The eccentric also, especially for the horizontal here, it sits in an oval shaped slot underneath this plate. It's not designed to rotate a full 360 degrees. It doesn't need to be able to do that. So if you're turning this and you meet some significant resistance, that means you've gone as far as you can. You do not need to put a ton of pressure or a ton of torque on this, just to make that clear. So again, this doesn't need to be able to spin around a full 360, just very, very fine adjustments to get your stream where you need it to be. All right, now we're going to adjust our horizontal alignment. So we're looking at this from the top down. You can see our jet right here, and we're going to be moving it side to side or left to right, okay? So I'm going to loosen our horizontal set screw, and if I turn the eccentric counterclockwise, you'll see the stream is actually moving off further to the left, I guess from my perspective. And if we go counterclockwise, it's moving to the right from my perspective. So all we need to do is we want our jet to be right about here. Okay, so if you're sighting down that gutter tube, that would be the 3 o'clock position, or kind of off to the right from that perspective, okay? So this is what we're looking for right here. Again, all we need to do at this point is tighten down our set screw, and we're done. When you are making adjustments to your jet, especially if you have to do vertical and horizontal adjustments, make sure you do one at a time. I highly recommend not having both of your set screws loose at the same time. If you do that, if everything's loose and you're making multiple adjustments, when you go to tighten these back down, there's a good chance you're not going to be exactly where you have it lined up. So just can't stress that enough. Do one adjustment at a time, tighten down your set screw, move on to the next. If our inkjet is really badly misaligned, there's always the possibility that maybe the print head was hit really hard, or maybe dropped, something like that, that has actually knocked the alignment out of place. If it's bad enough that the ink stream or inkjet is not going into the gutter at all, we'll still need to be able to have the system jetting so we can still make this alignment adjustment. So in that scenario, what we would do is actually bypass our gutter alarm, which will let us jet regardless of what the inkjet is doing. Okay, so if it's completely missing the gutter and making a mess, we can still run the printer and still realign that inkjet. We would go into our settings page, setting, and we would go to our alarm setting. The very first option in the alarm setting page is the gutter status or gutter alarm. We're going to turn that off and re-enable the gutter when we're all done. If you do forget to do this, by default, if there's ever a power cycle to the machine, these alarms go right back to on, okay? All right, so that covers realigning the inkjet on the JetStream. At this point, if you've got it lined back up, we're going to put the print head back into the sleeve. You can go ahead and do a test print and make sure everything looks good.